Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, welcome to Red State Update. My name's Jackie Bros.
Folks, friends, people, Jackie, I got one firecracker left. Hold on. I got one firecracker left here. I can't get this lighter to. Hold on.
Are you doing it inside?
I just got one left. It's just one. This goddamn lighter.
Just
hold on, folks.
Alone.
This is going to, listen, no, this is a good way to kick off.
It's going to hurt my ears on here. I don't want to hear it.
July. Hang on.
Had to hear it up down the street all damn night.
I will be darned.
Just nobody wants to hear it. Everybody had enough of it already. It's done.
Why do you not like fireworks? That's what
I used to like them when I was young. We used to carry. Oh yeah, you're not like the older you get, the less you like them. Unless you go to like Disneyland to see it, or go down the riverfront. Like I've been spoiled. I like mash a big fire. Everybody trying to do that in the backyard with a bottle rocket and a sparkler, whatever. You can't do that, so don't I even try.
I'll be honest, I can't run no more.
Yeah.
So that takes some of it. It's got to be safe enough I ain't going to have to run.
Yeah, run back, light it, and run, yeah.
But if I could get this one, I'd just throw it across my room here and go off in them clothes. It'd be fine.
Just let it go. I don't want to hear it. Don't nobody want to hear it.
I got some matches in here, too, somewhere.
Sound like a little pop go off. I don't give a damn what you do till you close.
Hang on. God. Well, I guess these matches ain't going to work either. I guess everything fucking hates America now.
Did you watch your mouth? Did you not do enough of it on the 4th? You didn't get your fill? Had to save one. Just set it aside.
I was going around. Here's what I did. I didn't have any money go down fireworks stand. So what I do is I just drive around say who looked like I had something interesting going on. I was about half in the bag. At some point I passed out and I rolled into some bushes, and I guess I stayed there most of the night. So I don't feel like I saw as many fireworks as I wanted to. I woke up and there was a bunch of, apparently somebody had set off a thing of firecrackers in my truck, but there was one left. That's the one I'm trying to do right now. And I think if I could just get one in, I don't have high expectations for holidays anymore. The way things are going, I feel lucky just to make it to each one. Right, Jackie? Yeah. That's what old people say. Things
very
like
much,
that,
yeah.
right?
And I don't need to, if I miss another 4th of July, I'm all right there, I think. Yeah. I don't need all the noise and carrying on. Yeah.
I feel like I think about this country's complicated history and legacy at least once a week on this podcast. And then we have to do it on another day.
A whole day for it, yeah.
I can drive through Whit's anytime I want to. I don't need a barbecue day. Now, I would like to set off this one little firecracker. Just one, baby. Yeah, you're like about that, baby talk. Something about fireworks, 4th of July puts me in mind of babies. How babies like to see fireworks go off right in front of them.
They cry at it. They don't like.
I just like
it's loud, and a baby don't. You put your baby inside for it. No. Put the air muffs on it, earplugs, little baby. Those little baby earplugs. Remember them?
No, what are you talking about?
Little earplug for the babies.
So they can't hear themselves cry?
Well, no, so they don't hear the bombs going off. First off, back in the day, you took your baby to a tractor pull if you couldn't find nobody, or a race or whatever.
They had babies in the car with them if they couldn't find. Helen left me in the damn. I can't get my sister to come over. So I guess me and the baby are winners tonight.
Yeah.
Then the tractor pull. Hell yeah.
Loud, yeah.
That used to be part of it, was how many babies they got in there with them at the tractor pull.
Well, it ended up being that. That's not how it started, but it, after show off, get babysitter on. Yeah.
And then NASCAR started off, half of them had babies in there. And then they said, well, this ain't safe. So they did baby NASCAR, tried to make it a little safer. Finally, they said, you know what? This is just going to turn out bad. People don't know a lot of the history of NASCAR.
Yeah, started out bootlegging and went from bootlegging to babies, yeah.
Bootlegging to baby legging.
But yeah, little old baby earplug. Like right now, you had them. Your ear swallow it whole. You lose it in the ear if you try to put it in there. Just like
who knows what the hell is in there?
Well,
anyway,
that's true.
I just get this one. Oh fuck! You know what this is? I thought this was a damn firecracker, and it's a fucking Clove cigarette.
All right.
Must have been one of the goth kids throwing shit in my truck last night.
All right, just shut up. I don't want to hear the language. I don't care what it is. Don't need to hear no firework, any of it.
Well, that's why it won't go off. I'd still like to burn it, though. Let me see if I can get a fire going up in
You
here.
talk about them cigarettes that stink.
Yeah, that's them. Not the good ones that don't.
They good, like Marlboro cigarettes. I used to smoke them cold menthol. Of Biden's gonna make them illegal. I can't smoke them, so I ain't got nothing. One way to say it or not. But yeah, they smell good. Not really, but when you were smoking, they did. But the fancy cigarette you talk about, they never smelled good. They never did.
Smoking, it still smells good to me. If I see somebody smoking a cigarette, I walk right up behind them, get a good whiff of whatever they got going on.
Yeah.
All of it.
I'm surprised I don't miss it. I thought I'd never be able to drink a beer without having a cigarette or a glass of wine or whatever. Now, hell, I don't need no cigarette. I'll make up for it with 3 more glasses of wine. Thank you, sir.
Things are going great at Jackie's house.
Huh?
Folks, friends. What if we just did friends and countrymen? Is it no men, country people? That's very good. It's a double meaning.
That's plagiarism. Don't beat Joe Biden now. Plagiarism.
What does he say?
I don't know what he's saying. That's old Caesar Shakespeare, whatever. Friend, countryman.
I thought you were telling me I was plagiarizing Biden, but you're just saying he's the most famous plagiarist.
Yeah, most famous president, probably past 20 years or whatever. I don't know. I'm sure there's some presidents for him that ripped off a thing or two, but, him will know about,
Friends, country people, 4th of July is over. It is officially, as we were recording this, July 6th, 2021. Jackie, another famous anniversary. This one is the one when they tried to wreck his country by overthrowing it. You remember that?
What was it now?
Do you remember January 6th?
Let me try. It sounds familiar, but I've been watching a lot of Fox News and listened to a lot of Republican senators, congressmen, and it gets hazier and hazier more I think about it. Say it one more time. Try to fill me in on it.
All right, now, Jackie, now come on now. We ain't talking about how all the founders of the country were against slavery, something everyone knows.
Yeah.
We're talking about how on January 6th, a mere 6 months ago, that there was a bunch of goddamn treasonists.
Hey, but watch your language. Now, wait a second. I know what you're talking about now. You talk about when the FBI.
No.
Tucker Carlson said the FBI did it.
He's wrong. He's thinking of the NSA who's been watching him, surveilling him, because I can't think of, it's bad enough, that your grandma watches him every night. Imagine if your job in the NSA was, let's surveil Tucker Carlson. Who got that job? Who was the most disliked person at the NSA and Tucker Carlson's fantasy, paranoid fantasy life? That there's someone in the NSA so hated by their coworkers and superiors that they're assigned to surveil Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
Himself. Nobody. No, but you're wrong, Jackie. No. Keep thinking, though. Keep digging around.
Well, NSA, think about it now. If he's letting it get out there and tell everybody that the FBI did it, of course, NSA gonna check it. Like how do he figure this out? They're on top of it.
I'll give you that. If the FBI really did the insurrection, then the NSA is probably surveilling Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
I mean, when one domino falls, I feel like Brooklyn Dad. When one domino falls, the rest of the dominoes will fall. But I think, Jackie, you're still not grasping what I'm saying, that there was an actual insurrection we've talked about it all.
Oh, you're talking about the Oath Keepers, the Boogie Boys, some other white supremacist groups with stupid names. You talk about the MAGA. That's right. I remember now. Good Lord. I got to quit watching it. Fox News. I don't know.
It gets in your head.
I'd had it, because you want to watch it just to be able to talk about it or something on here, but you leave it on all day. Next thing you know, they say subliminal message or whatever it is in there.
I don't know. Used to, the Republicans were the ones that said TV and movies affected your brains, little kids. And we said, freedom of speech. Just watch what you say. Ice-T, body count.
Right.
Nowadays, I'm like, maybe they're right, because this TV show is really warping my Aunt TT's sense of reality. And I'll tell you this, also, that these Tucker Carlsons, these Sean Hannitys, these people in your elderly friends' brains telling them that, patriots were trying to protect people on the 6th of January, or Antifa actually did it, possibly the FBI.
But most of them were just tourists that just went there to look at stuff.
Some people were staying, walking between the ropes. Everything's fine. No, everything's fine. I forgot where I was actually going with that, but does it matter? Because what I'd like to also point out is that Fox is starting a weather channel.
What?
Fox is going to have its own weather channel, which I guess is just somebody standing out in a fucking hurricane going like, no, it's dry out here.
Well, I know Lou Dobbs needs a job. Put him out there.
They ought to make Lou Dobbs do those when reporters sit in a hot car to show you how addled your dog is if you leave him in there when you go to the store. Make Lou Dobbs do that.
Well, I guarantee you, wherever they send him to cover, if the weather, when it's hot, he going to be in there with the air conditioner on. He ain't going to sit there like a dog. No, sir.
That's exactly it. And, is it hot there, Lou? No, everything's fine. And I'm listening to easy jazz. They cut to Giuliani. Like, let's see how much is dripping down the side of Giuliani's head. See how hot it is out there. But Giuliani, he's out in Palm Springs in the desert, just running around from cactus to cactus and looking for moisture.
So Rupert Murdoch basically had a TV channel where he got on, one of them, whoever got on there all day long, saying ain't no global warming, don't worry about it, let it keep going, gasoline factory, on and on. We're at the situation right now, and he in some regards, you could say, helped us get there.
Yeah. And
then he go turn around and profit off of that.
That's exactly right, Jackie. I think one of his sons, I forget who's who on Succession, but one of his sons thinks that global warming is real and they need to pay attention to it. And I guess by pay attention to it, he means make money off of it. So, yeah, you know who owns the Weather Channel? The Fox Weather Channel's biggest adversary in the Weather Channel game?
I think I know who that is. You go ahead and say it, though.
We've talked about it either on here or over on our Patreon, 20 Extra Minutes.
One time or another, I know we had this conversation. Yeah.
Former TV funny man, star of Real People, Byron Allen.
Byron Allen, he like what you call him, a mogul, right?
He's a media magnate.
Magnate, yeah.
Going to make money. He's going to make money off his. They're poaching talent from each other. Fox is going around trying to. If you notice, your favorite weatherman, lady, people ain't on the damn TV channel you like no more. They may have gone over to Fox Weather, where all the names of the hurricanes sound very Caucasian. If they even start to go in another direction, they pull back. No, it's Eric. So Fox Weather. Oh, I remember what I was going to say, Jackie. We talk about being susceptible, and if they get on the Weather Channel and they say, "Oh, it's dry here instead of wet," or "It's wet here instead of dry," and people start really believing that patriots were protecting democracy by trying to kill Mike Pence, but they. Maybe something to that because I didn't cuss at all till I watched Eddie Murphy Raw.
That's the no. I can't.
I watched it one time.
No, that's enough. And I like Daddy Daycare, and my best is the old Dr. Doolittle 1 and 2. The other one's all right. He ain't in them, but 1 and 2.
Yeah,
that's for the whole family and the animals talking and everything else. And to me, he made up for all of the nasty talking he used to do with that.
And remember, Ms. Bros bought me that leather suit.
I didn't know what the hell it was. I couldn't.
I just started watching all them Eddie Murphy. If Eddie Murphy was in concert, I wanted to see it. And now, he told me once. He said, "I feel like you're the next me."
What?
I mean, I was on something, but every once in a while, Eddie Murphy comes to me, and when I'm passed out and feeling it pretty good, I see him sort of. Sometimes he's Donkey.
Oh, yeah, Donkey. That's good. Yeah, I like. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes he's Mulan, monster, but sometimes he's just himself. He comes up and says, "Hey, what's up?" I go, "Hey, Eddie Murphy. How you doing?" He said, I wanted to give you some advice. And then he just lays it out for me. Hours at a time. I tell you what, Jackie, sometimes lately, the older I get, it feels like I'm spending more time talking with a dreamt Eddie Murphy than I am in reality. And I don't mind it at all. I'm going to just, listen, if you don't hear from me from a while, he slipped on over to the Eddie Murphy side. He'll be back and he'll have some, he'll be in a better state of mind.
I don't have it all the time. I don't keep coming back to me, but I had plenty of dreams about old Eddie Murphy and a raccoon and a lion, all, chipmunk, all the different ones, usually complaining. This hurts and that hurts. And how they are. It's good.
Yeah. Are you the doctor in it?
No, he's a doctor.
In your dreams?
I'm just, waiting in the waiting room, I guess, or something. Or taking a Meredith V. I know it's a dream. That's just,
that
your
sounds
brain.
Pretty good, too. Man, we love to dream about Eddie Murphy.
Well, I know all the time. I just, Lord knows, after watching them so many times, alligator, whatever, all of them, just the complaining, every one of them, just this and that and this.
Mad
do this. He said, I can't do it all. He said, well, you better try.
My nurse is sick. So, Jackie, speaking of being high, I have a feeling. Okay.
I didn't say I was high as slate. You don't have to be high to have a damn dream. Hell.
Some of your relaxing back pills. Now, listen here.
They help you sleep, and then when you sleep, you dream.
So you and me going to sleep, dream about Eddie Murphy. Sha'Carri Richardson not going to be able to compete in the Olympics. I feel like if we were on the Olympic team, they'd say, y'all boys go on ahead. I feel like it's a couple things at least keeping her from doing this. She's black, by the way, and a woman. And also...
And all this now is marijuana ain't like that don't necessarily help you. Like I know you can't be on wearing muscle drugs, steroids, all that stuff. Be like the marijuana and the rules is rules, as Joe Biden said. I think he plagiarized that too. The rules are the rules. He ain't the first person to say that. But anyhow.
Now, a lot of people have said that over the years. Rules are the rules, gavel.
Yep. But,
I mean, for you, now, did he say that? Rules are the rules. I mean, for her.
I think concerning this situation, which I guess they are, he ain't lying. I don't know whether. First off, before we even did, and bless her heart, I know she's a good athlete, and I wish she could go and win the gold, all that stuff. That's what good athletes are supposed to do, but in this case, I guess not. But first, if you're going, and I don't like drugs, you know better than anybody. I don't care for drugs. But if you're going to sell it to everybody, if you're going to make it legal, if you're going to, how many of the athletes have had a cold beer or whatever, if they're allowed to do that, does that show up? Does that get them? I don't understand. But first and foremost, before we start banning athletes for smoking it, maybe they let a lot of people out of damn jail. And a lot of people sitting in jail for what, people are making money hand over fist right now for. They were just trying to do it back, when the rules were the rules. Rules are the rules. But bless your heart, I feel for it. But if we're going to get in all this marijuana and stuff and all that, a lot of people need to be let the hell out of jail right now. And she should be able to, I never heard marijuana make you strong. I never heard that for my life.
There's nights I barely get through the Taco Bell drive-through.
Yeah, I thought to slow you down is what it does. It don't make
I don't know anything about. Listen, I don't know anything about the Olympics.
Why don't they just have a high Olympics? Just have one where everybody's on marijuana. That's the rule. The rules are the rules. Got to be smoking it for this one. More people would watch that than the one she ain't going to miss out on, I guarantee you. Old Cheech and Chong. Remember them?
I like them.
They old now. They're old.
They couldn't run either. They couldn't. They've been in a couple of my dreams. Their advice isn't as good. Start singing. It is a miscarriage of justice. Sometimes we just get on here and name some miscarriages of justice in case you need a few more to ponder. This is one of them. We could also go back to talking about Trump, too. They're going to get Trump. They're going to put him in jail. Is he even liable to be put in jail for Trump charity organization of charities?
He ain't yet. So far, they've been died. They got his buddy, Weiselberg. Weiselberg, whatever his name is. He's his bookie or something. I don't know. Handle all the money.
I still don't understand how Trump keeps people at these rallies when he's sitting there talking about the benefits of tax evasion and
it don't make it. Who hasn't had a fringe benefit? How it is? You need 4 apartments or at least another one because you're too far from work. You need to lay down. You just stay in your nice apartment, penthouse apartment. You got to put your kid through school. You got to do that. He's out there saying this at his show. I don't know if y'all know he's out doing his show again. He's everywhere doing this, saying it's okay. You can relate. All y'all, how many times your car or your 4 cars, or however many cars it was, just a friend, I don't know if it's going to help him this time, because pretty much that's been his plan with everything he's ever done. He get in trouble for something, then he goes on TV and say, "You damn right I did it. You do it too, or I do it, but I'll do it again," which he pretty much did for 4 years, whatever it was. In this case, he ain't got the presidency protecting him, and sure, he can convince every one of the people there at his shows that they all have an extra summer home that they don't deal with the taxes right. He can make them all think that, but as far as it's concerned, you need to be worried about 12 people sitting on a jury. You know what time it is now, don't you?
About 6:04.
No, what on this thing to talk about for?
6:05.
What we're supposed to is sponsors. You're supposed to go first off.
Oh, hell yeah, it's sponsor time, everybody. Before we do the sponsors, we have to tell you about our brand new 3-year-old Patreon page. Jackie,
right.
What's it called?
Pad, you said it. Padlong,
Paging.com/Red State Update. Go on over there if you're feeling froggy with that wallet and give us some of that good folding billfold money. We've got a podcast over there for you that's called 20 Extra Minutes with Jackie and Dunlap. That's free if you give us $5 or more a month. You can give us as much as you want to.
It ain't free then. It ain't free.
No, but if you give us $5 a month, you get that.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah.
You don't have to
no.
more.
Now you're paying $5 for. I mean, the $5 goes for all these too. Yes, thank you kindly, but no, you got to pay $5 to listen to it. If I got to pay $5 to do something or hear something or say something, then that's that ain't free. Ain't no coupon or nothing to give out. It ain't no way around that. It's not free.
Well, we hope that you enjoy it. No matter, even though it's going to cost you a lot, we hope it's worth it. $5. Think about all you could do with that besides give it to us. Have you ever heard of compound interest?
Why?
Sock that away in some sort of high yield account. I don't know money words really.
Well, either way, we appreciate the help, and nothing we love more than to talk for 20 minutes to all the people that give us $5. Nothing makes us happier. Happy to do it. Looking forward to doing it.
I can't wait to. What do you think we'll talk about today, Jackie?
Who's to say? Who's to know? I don't know what. Probably about old television show. Something.
You've been watching all them Chuck Norris movies.
I hadn't watched them in years, and I'm looking at them again. I'm enjoying it. We can talk about that. That'd be fine.
We can't promise you that that's what's going to happen. We could spend 30 minutes on Lone Wolf McQuade, but we might not. Who can say?
It's worth 20 minutes talking. I don't know about this. I don't know about $5 for 20 minutes on Lone Wolf McQuade. That's taste. That's a matter of taste, I guess. I don't know. You can't put a price on it, right?
Is that Billy Joel song? What's that Billy Joel song? It's just a matter of.
It's a matter of taste. I remember him. I remember that.
It's just a matter of taste.
Am
I thinking that's McDonald's?
I think they used it, but that tape was stuck in that player, and that ain't my kind of music usually. But that Billy Joel growed on me. So yeah, matter of taste. Yeah, somebody need to open a restaurant called that or something. It's a matter of taste.
Well, he should.
He ain't got time. He ain't gonna go run a restaurant. He don't want to do that. He ain't like he gonna work a piano bar or something. He plays for thousands and thousands, 100,000 people. He don't want no restaurant. He won't have nothing to do with it.
Put a helicopter pad on top of the restaurant, and he'll come by every once in a while.
Well, it's a matter of taste. Fine dining with Billy Joel's.
Yep. Brenda and spaghetti.
Wow.
There's one song about Brenda and Eddie, and you could have Brenda and spaghetti in it.
Oh, yep. It's still sausage rolls to me.
Yep. Baby Grand, baby corn,
baby back ribs.
Baby back ribs. That's better than baby corn.
That's already a song. I don't think he could do that. He would do it good if he'd do it better than that damn commercial. But he don't. Yeah, that's not, he don't need to. He don't need to do that. Man,
let me tell you though, serious talk. If we went to see Billy Joel, and in the middle of a concert, he did baby back ribs from Chili's.
Hell.
I'd fucking come up out of my seat. I'd run on stage. I would be uncontrollable.
Everybody go crazy over that. Yeah.
I'd steal his fucking helicopter and do loop-de-loops.
Watch him mouth.
Can you imagine being at a Billy Joel concert and he does, I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
It already kind of sounds like a Billy Joel song. You know, one of the ones that he ripped off from the 50s in a way.
He's always got to have a story, like.
Yeah. Well,
you know,
wanting rib, I wants to eat something.
I got off work at the office store and I went on down to the Chili's. I was craving baby back ribs because I've been working so hard since my woman died.
What?
I don't think they get that dark usually. Well, my wife died and all I want. Now I'm starting to sound a little bit like Gordon Lightfoot. But that would also be good. Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah. I
want my baby back, baby back, baby back.
Other than them heavy metal stuff I don't like, I can't think of an artist where people wouldn't love it if they started doing that.
There's not one.
No.
And all the heavy metal artists, all of them, Yo-Yo Ma, it does not matter who you're talking about. People would fucking flip out.
Hey.
If you're a musician and you're listening to this show, you can have this, but just when you make that first million, you got to send a piece of it, just a taste. Because if all the musicians who hear this do it, we're going to get a taste from so many different people. Jackie.
It's a matter of taste, yeah.
Beyonce?
Who?
She would kill it. Man, I am telling you. And then what if we just did a We Are the World, but we just got everybody together and they just sang baby back ribs? No Morgan Wallen.
Captain Flapjack shall bring you syrup tonight. All of them got food in it. You change it. It's a restaurant. I know everybody's singing the rib song. I'm just trying to think more Billy Joel food song.
So that's patreon.com/Red State Update. Come on over there. Give us $5 or more per month, and you get to listen to 120 extra minutes with Jackie and Dunlap every week.
We wish that's all we would need. You'd think, hell, I gave them $5. They talk for extra 20 minutes. They should be fine. But unfortunately,
you seen gas prices lately?
That's right. Gas prices. The economy. Yeah, things are looking up here and there. Yes, job growth. Yeah, I understand. But there's nothing more draining and taxing and difficult than having a parkist. It just all that goes into it. You need that extra money to just help get you through, But it goes to like the wires, the plugging up, the electricity, all the computer stuff you got to have that I don't really understand how it works. Somebody got to make that work, and I give out $5 to them. But we need a little extra, and that's why we have local sponsors. Yes, right. Local sponsors right here from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you're from our little neck of the woods, you're going to hear about it. You may hear a few things that you know already and say, yes, sir, that's right. That is that tastes good. Or, yes, that is a good product. Or, yeah, I know that. Or maybe something you lived here your whole life and never did know about it. You're like, well, I need to get there. I'm getting up right now, going out. Put my mask on. I hope nobody gets mad and scream at me. Get what I need to get back home real fast. that's what you're going to hear about things. You want to do that with local sponsors here. And we appreciate you, our local sponsors. And we appreciate y'all who cater to them. Go down there. We appreciate it. Go down there. Help them out because they sure are helping us. And I tell you what, my sponsor this week, I'm excited about it. I'll tell you what, I'm worked up about this right now because I know somebody gets on here in these pockets and run the mouth and blah, 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 and on and on and on. Now, somebody going to be eating a whole lot of crow. A whole lot of crow is what I say, yeah.
Who gets on here and runs their mouth?
Huh?
Who runs their mouth on podcasts?
You ain't got time to worry about that. You need to put, get your napkin out. Okay. Get your fancy silverware. Crows all this way. Crows are coming. I hope you're hungry.
Oh, I'm starved.
Well, you're going to eat a lot of. Bring him the biggest damn crow there is.
Crows are big, also. By the way,
they can get big. Yeah, they are. The big regular sized crow is big, but then every now and then you'll see one like extra big, and that's like hell. They're all big, but that one's extra big.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to being impressed by the size of your crow.
Oh, this crow! I mean, it's gonna take you a while to chomp this and down. You be chewing on this. This crow's so big it may be lasting you for another month or two.
I'm so good at eating crow. I'm like hot dog man, just dunking them in some water and shoving them down my fucking
Slide
throat.
It down. That's right. Well, get ready for this crow.
I can't wait. I'm limbering up my throat.
Get your throat lubricated. Get it good wet because you're going to have a bunch of dry crow feathers being crammed down it. You ready?
It's damp as hell. Get that crow in here, baby.
Y'all remember my sponsor I've had for a while, and I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I had a few issues with it myself, but I thought you pouring out stupidity. I was talking earlier. I was watching Fox News too much, getting in my head. Watching it all the time just confuse you. That's what it's for. That's what it does.
That's true. It's exactly what it's for. It's like I can't. It's cough medicine helped me sleep tonight. I'm taking it back. Now that's what Fox News is for.
Yep.
It's his job.
That's what it's there for. That's what all of them do. They know what they're doing. They know how they're making that money. That's what it is. Well, I tell you what. It's my job not to get caught up into it. No, sorry, it's my job to point out who the hell the NSA. What is wrong with him? I mean, I know something wrong with him, but like extra lately, this extra wrong. What the FBI? They're coming to get him out. I'm supposed to be the one to tell. I mean, all of us should. Everybody should step up to the plate, so to speak, and just call out bull hockey when they see it. I think this country needs it now more than ever. So if you see some bull hockey, point it out, tell them, let everybody know what kind of bull hockey you have to look at and what kind of bull hockey they're letting in the ears and on and on and on. Well, I had a sponsor. Yes, I took that $25. I did. Yes, sir. But I invested it back into this program, whatever it is we're doing. So I could call them out on it. Yeah, give me that money and let me tell everybody what a damn idiot you are on top of you being an extra idiot for giving me that $25. And of course, I'm talking about Marjorie. No, I didn't even put two and two together. Taylor Green, Marjorie. I didn't. Did you ever think about that? The same name?
That makes sense. So
it wasn't intentional. It's just one of those things. After I kept saying, "Well, wait a minute, Marjorie." Huh? But anyhow,
do you know any good Marjories?
Well, I think I do. As a matter of fact, I think I do. Marjorie down, no matter how stupid I said she was, or dumb how she was, or however stupid anybody was trying to get that first class ribbon award, formerly, belonging to Eddie Clamp, now deceased, God rest his soul. Here's a first class ribbon award. And by God, you need to get this. It's for not being a gullible, leb shape on. I don't know what all it is. And she was having a contest, and I tell you what, people were trying to get up and do it. First off, you had to come in there. You had to convince her about the deltas, the deltas virus, or what is it? Strain, variant, that it ain't real. It ain't, you know, I'm sure she watches Fox News and they tell her, but she wants you tell her that much more. I want to hear from you. If you want this first class revenue award, come down here, convince me of it. You gonna get it. You gonna prove to everybody how much you know or choose not to know about the dangers that we are currently facing in this once great country of ours. So after that, she heard a lot of choices. I need a little bit more. She thought, shit, I need a little bit more. That ain't enough. I need to see a picture of you or a little video, a movie on your phone, raising holy hell on an airplane. I need on the Southwest Delta, different Delta, not the one I talked. Two different things. One's an airline, one of anyhow. Get on there, raise hell. Don't put on no mask. Get banned permanently from whatever airline that you chose to be a complete, excuse my language, dumbass on. You gonna get that much closer to that first class ribbon award. You get one step closer. Well, I tell you what, since last we've been on, she got plenty of them. But she took it one step further. She said, tell you what, and she had this thing. Now, I don't get on the face books or nothing like that, but she had, what do you got? Had his groups on there. People get on there and talk to each other on the computer, basically. That's pretty much it. And from what I understand, you can show pictures on there too. You can show a picture, in a Facebook group. I think that's how it works. And she said, this is private. This is between me and you. I know right now. Well, actually, right now is the time to do it because, as far as Republican Party is concerned, there wasn't nothing to that. I want to see some real hardcore Washington-loving tourists. Let me see what kind of tourist you are. If you happen to be on the Capitol 6 months ago this very day, she didn't do it today. She did this early next week, but I mean, now that we're on the subject, if you was there, if you was happened to be there, want to know who assassinated the young insurrectionist was trying to break in. I think she was saying, what were they all saying? They were going to kill Mike Pence, right? That's what they said. And then they're saying that security detail, whose job is to protect. I don't know if people know this, what it all goes into. People don't seem to really want to know what the jobs of any of the Capitol Police that were working that day, or certain Republicans don't. They don't want to hear from them. They don't want to bother. They don't want no phone call. But they sure do want to know who this person doing security detail for Pence was, because there were people breaking in the door saying they wanted to kill the person that your job is basically to lay down your life for. And, you're supposed to stop them. And unfortunately, that was the case. I wish she hadn't done that. I wish she hadn't tried to. I wish none of them tried to, break into the Capitol. But anyhow, I'm making matters worse. I'm going on and on. Marjorie wants to see a picture of you there being a patriot, just being a tourist, if that was the case. Hollering loud was fine. Even rifling through a few desks, sure, that's fine. But she said, put it in this group, put it right here. You want that first class ribbon award? Let me see what you got. I know I got some of y'all in. And sure enough, I heard people were showing of this and showing of that and showing of that. And it turned out there was a bunch of winners of that first class ribbon award this whole time. And I knew there was something. I knew there was something to this. The whole time, the FBI and the NSA, Tucker Carlson, I hate to break it to you, they weren't keeping an eye on you. They was busy using the Marjorie daytime daycare as a front, and I think I got 30, 40 people. So all this time, I got on here, I tried to warn you, this is the dumbest thing. Don't go down there. Don't go do this, people. Have some common sense. Don't do it. Don't get screaming on a plane. Don't go get vaccinated, for goodness sake. Go just, and I told it over and over again. You said, no. Please don't storm the Capitol. I didn't really say that till after the fact because I wasn't, I didn't know
And we went back and listened. We might have actually said it before the fact. I don't know. We might have. I don't want to go back and listen to a bunch of old podcasts, but there may be one we're like, people don't.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Don't do this. We might have been off for Christmas, so I'm not sure.
Well,
not
either way, you told me over and over, why are you doing this, Jackie? She wins either way. You tell people she's stupid, and people said Jackie's picking on poor Marjorie down at daytime daycare. I got to go down there and help her out and make sure I don't get vaccinated and show up pictures of me beating up a stewardess. I need to get down there and do that right now. And I said over and over again, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You said I was helping her out. Well, turns out you're right. I was helping her out. And about 30, 35 people FBI were looking for besides Tucker Carlson. They're going to talk to them now. So, Marjorie, good job. I'm glad I could do my part as a patriot. I'm glad I could stand up here proudly and say, thank you, Marjorie, for letting me serve my country on this podcast here. And I think it's time for somebody to start gobbling this crow. Gobble turkey, but still gobbling the crow down right now.
It sounds like QAnon.
What?
It sounds like QAnon. Like, oh no, just wait. We're gonna get them. It's an undercover sting. We're trying to keep the baby safe. It's got all the hallmarkings of a QAnon. FBI undercover sting, arresting the real evildoers, a daycare center, and a Marjorie.
What?
Those are the three key tenets of QAnon, Jackie. And it sounds to me like, are you sure that they arrested people? What did they arrest them for? Having a pizza dungeon?
Trespassing on the violence, all that stuff that they did. Cute, you're not cute, aren't you? It's Margie.
All I'm saying, Jackie, is in the confused state you've been in lately with all this, with the what do they call it? Fake news going around in and out of your brain holes. I'm just afraid that maybe you've been sucked into one of these message boards run by daytime daycare, and now you think that they're the good guys, but really they're the bad guys. Or maybe they're the bad guys and you think they're the good guys. I'm confused exactly. But if I were you, though, I would be careful that you ain't on some list from the FBI yourself.
What? Well, I didn't do nothing. I helped the FBI, or Marjorie anyways, who is working for them.
Yeah, but I got on tape last 2 or 3 of these where you're like, oh, Marjorie's dumb. She's mean, stupid as hell.
Well,
call her every name in the book. And it sounds like maybe she's either a QAnon paranoid, violent secessionist, or she's an American hero.
Undercover.
An American hero. You give her down the road, Jackie, and I wouldn't want to be in your shoes when she's
undercovers. She stay operation. It's a crow.
Well, you know what, Jackie? If it turns out that this was really the case and that you did take a lot of treasonous a-holes off of the unpaved roads on which they live, then congratulations to you. And I hope more people will turn on their neighbors the way you did, because we need some more of that in this way things are nowadays. Never thought I'd have to say it.
Right.
So congratulations to you. Congratulations to Marjorie. I didn't know she was playing the long game.
No, I don't want no congratulations. I want you to eat that crow, and I want you to eat it right now.
Do you think that means I have to really eat a crow?
Take a bite, damn it. Excuse my language, but I've had enough. I've been looking forward to this all damn week. Eat a crow.
It ain't in the papers. How do I know it's for? All right. Okay, fine, Jackie, fine. You saved the country.
Marjorie really did all the work. I just helping a little bit here.
You helped spread the word. You're right. Everything you did only helped get the word out.
Well,
everybody
Now I can't get on here and tell no tales. I didn't really know that's what I was doing at the time, but I'm glad to have, unwittingly assisted in the capture of treasonous people.
What happened to all their babies? Does Marjorie get them?
I don't know how that works. I don't know. If it was a front, was there ever a baby there? I don't know. I don't know if there was a real baby ever. I don't know.
I hope you don't wind up with a bunch of treasonous babies.
Well, if the babies were there, they were undercover too.
So, all right, I'll give you that, Jackie. Thank you for actually doing your part.
Well,
for continuing to do.
Well, I didn't know I was, but I'm grateful
making
that
a lot of bad decisions that
turned out that way.
Turned out to be good.
Yeah.
And that is probably about the best we can hope for in this nation today, is that we'll make a bunch of bad decisions and it'll wind up saving a day.
Right. It sort of sounds like that crow wasn't nearly as big as I wanted you to eat it.
Well, I can't eat too much crow.
Sounds like you're eating a little baby crow or something.
I'll eat a baby crow, but I ain't going to eat no big old horse-sized crow because you still did a bunch of mistakes.
What?
You still did the opposite of what I told you to do.
But the mistakes there's only so many mistakes you can make that eventually turn out not as big a mistake as you thought it was.
I'm hopeful that's how we wind up in this country. We make next time to 2022 that we'll have made a bunch of mistakes, and in the end it'll be like, well, that wasn't so bad. It turns out that was the right mistake to make. That's what I hope Biden is.
Oh yeah. Well, all right. Okay.
So I'll give you that. I'll eat this little baby crow, and the baby crow says, well, I guess Jackie's Biden.
Well, I'm okay, Fish, if you promise for the next four Parkers we do, you eat a little baby crow. That'll add up to a big one, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Well, is Marjorie leaving town?
I don't know. I don't even know if her name really is Marjorie.
She's gonna have to go move to Portland or something, but it's too hot.
Well, move.
They'll come get her, and probably you.
For all I know, Marjorie could be Liz Cheney, on the committee or something. I don't know. I have no idea who it really is. That's how the FBI infiltrate daycares. Yeah.
Jackie, I got a sponsor this week that I think you're really going to like.
Well,
we've seen a lot of tragedy. Lately, we've seen tragedy. We've seen hope. They arrested a lot of daycare treasonous. That's hopeful. When Murphy's Bodo sinks, it's a tragedy. I didn't know Todd's Lake 2 was deep enough for that big old Murphy's Bodo to go down the way it went down. Everyone is upset. Captain Mank Kim has been laying sopping wet on the shore. They found most of the knots. Everyone seems to be okay. But they lost a lot of boat. If you look at it, Jackie, if you go back to the beginning when we first started talking about Murphy's Bodo on this Parkus, it seems like you can trace a line from Murphy's Bodo being closed, Ralston Pulley owning it. He didn't want people on his boat. He liked the solitude. People wanted to hit the buffets. They wanted the Shadow and Shirley XXX puppet show.
All right.
It wasn't that dirty, a little double entendre because they knew it was for church people. It was like a Frasier. He would not open. Captain Mank Kim said she was going to get that open if it was the last thing she did, and she did. She got it open. She got Ross and Pulley in the suit of armor. They had the whole Sir Mascalot, Sir Vaxalot. Do you remember any of this?
A bits and pieces now. Yeah.
Trey Tuckle, remember?
Oh, now him I'll never forget. Yeah. The Daddy Warbucks with hair. Yeah. The first one. Very first one. Guinness Book of World Records. Daddy Warbucks. Thick head of hair. Yeah.
Ross and Pulley eventually took his suit of armor and moved off to Longyearbyen.
Well, I still know.
Most northern Svalbard.
I don't know what it is.
Abandoned Russian mine outpost Pyramiden.
Never.
They wouldn't let him work from home, so he took his suit of armor and the Solitude, and he moved to more Solitude. He sent me a postcard. He said Longyearbyen was okay. But when he got to Pyramiden, he said, all right, this is almost like being on an empty boat. And then here's where you start saying, well, but how did it sink? Well, okay. Then all the knights who won the W. Murpho 100 suit of armor radio promotion showed up. So, 100, somewhere around 100. 78, the ungrateful 78, because there was a big scandal in town where when they won their suits of armor, all these people were like, I don't know what to do with this. And then people in Murfreesboro turned against them and said, well, ungrateful. The ungrateful 78, because there were 78 because some of them got stolen. Now it seems like there's 130, 140 of them. So the suits of armor, the number is in flux. But they're there, they're angry, they're mad at Murfreesboro, they throw people overboard, they fight each other, they punch each other. It's something to see, but it's dangerous, and you might get beat the shit out of you by a metal boot. They throw people overboard, they throw ribs at each other. It was fun to see. It was terrorizing. They were trying to dig their boat out so they could just float down the Elk River, terrorize people, be night pirates. These boat knights, they want to be night pirates. Night pirates,
like night in the armor.
Yeah,
nighttime. Yeah.
No, they daytime, nighttime night pirates.
All right. It doesn't matter what time it was. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They can't say what are they going to wear a watch? They in the suit of armor. They don't know what time it is. They fight constantly.
That's true, yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Captain Nate Kim did not believe in shutting down businesses. Keep the businesses open, she said. Yes, there's a chance you'll get punched by a chainmail fist or thrown overboard or maced, like with a mace. Or maybe with a thing of mace because people had to protect themselves some way. But have we forgotten the meaning of freedom? She said. So people were starting to stay away from Murfreesboro, so she brought in the slot machines, Coley's Christian slot machines. It was all Bible characters and lights, the stories of, Moses, ding, 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 grrr, like the Jonah and the whale one. Pretty, they had the sound of like something coming out your blowhole. Easter machine. Paid out in Bible pages. That's how come people say, don't gamble. I don't know about that. It's a sin. Well, you paid off in Bible pages, and you could take the Bible pages to the front and exchange them for a sack of coins. That's how they say it ain't gambling. First, you just win paper, and it's Bible paper, so it's probably okay. And then you get some money, but you don't know how much. It's just a sack of coins. And they guaranteed no more than 75% pennies. But so you got 100-something people on a boat with suits of armor. You got all these slot machines. You got all these sacks of coins. Then they moved Jay Jernigan Week Whimper's store from the square, which that's not that heavy because it's mostly empty. It's just floorboards. The wife sold fabric downstairs. There was a sub downstairs to get cold taters for a nickel. You remember all this. They had green fruit flavored candy balls in foggy glass jars. There was a upstairs with a railing. I mean, railings weigh things an amount, but I don't know how much. I'm going to say it's less than a suit of armor. Some white dress shirts. They had feed and hay for rabbit pens. They had one terrifying mannequin. In the parking lot, he sold mower blades, and they had that set up out there. And this is one of the old ballrooms. It was next to the Clogatorium in the Puppet Theater. And they took one of the old ballrooms, and they just made it J. Jernigan Week Whimpers. They're trying to appeal to everybody. 75 years of mustiness with that one calendar still on the wall. Smells like drugstore aftershave and hog shit and clove gum. It's like walking into a giant pair of your granddaddy's overalls. If you left your spit cup somewhere, it's probably there, which is at the bottom of Todd's Lake number 2 at J. Jernigan Week Whimpers. That was not the final heavy straw that sunk the boat. What happened next was Captain Aunt Kim was still worried that she was not getting the traffic she needed to make the next, mortgage payment on the boat. Did you have a boat mortgage? I don't know. How do you pay off a boat? I should ask Murky Shellback. So she said, I need something that's fun and helps protect you from angry nights. And then she said, all right, I got it. I'm going to bring some gravel kids on here. Gravel throwing kids, and you could rent a kid with a bucket of gravel to throw, because that makes such a good sound, that gravel hitting all them suits of armor.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, do you think a rib bone sound good hanging off of it? A whole handful of gravel. Yeah, that's a satisfying sound. Yeah.
And these ain't little kids who sit around the house all day and just read books. These are kids with arms on them who don't mind a little danger. You want a little kid with a bucket of gravel to stand in between you and a mob of angry people in suits of armor? $5, please. Gravel throwing kids. Very definitely worth it. The sight of them little urchins hawking handfuls of that gravel at these advancing knights. Even if the knights weren't coming for you, just the gravel, man, I tell you what, it was beautiful chaos. That sound made them knights so mad, but they couldn't really tell where it was coming from because they was gravel throwing kids all around them. So they were disoriented. It seemed like it was working. A couple knights fell overboard. A couple just fell down and couldn't get back up because there was so much gravel there on the floor. Other people were slipping and falling too, but she considered it a win every time a knight went down. Like if 3 regular people went down and 1 knight went down, she said, okay, that evens out to me. And you needed to rent the kid. People say, well, why do I have to rent a kid? Why can't I throw the gravel myself? Jackie, have you ever stuck your hand down in a bucket of gravel? It's rough, it's powdery, it hurts, it skins your knuckles up.
Only so many times you can do it without gravel gloves on.
Well, that's exactly the point. But gravel gloves has been closed down since the pandemic.
I thought that Biden gave them a check, money, and everything.
They're waiting on that money. They said they don't know what's happened to it, but they're about to get back up and running. They said be open next week.
You know things are back to normal if you out there moving the gravel around, get your gravel gloves on, getting the gravel right. I'm ready for it. I hope I get it worked out. Yeah.
Well, going down, I think they told me gravel gloves. They said, I think we're going to be. I was doing some research. I said, well, why didn't they just get gravel gloves instead of kids? So I called gravel gloves and they He answered the phone. Hello. I said, is this Gravel Gloves? He said, yeah, we ain't open. I said, oh, are you going to be open soon or what happened? He said, well, Biden got to come off that money. Something happened. I was supposed to get enough to stay open. Everybody wanting to dig down these buckets of gravel, and they ain't got no gloves for it. And I said, when you think you'll be open? He said, well, I'm down here trying to get it ready now. Give me a couple weeks.
All right.
So that's Gravel Gloves.
That's a good sponsor. Is that your sponsor?
No.
I didn't think it was, but yeah, they when they're open, I hope, again, if Biden gave them enough money, if they got an extra $25, we'll be happy to take it. But if not, I don't know. I ain't, how you work it out. But
there's some women that dressed up and they wore like their Titanic gloves, which is appropriate. Like, you can't get down in a bucket of gloves with no fancy-ass gloves. You can't wear mittens and get down in a bucket of gravel. You got to have gravel gloves. Everybody knows this. But when you add a bunch of buckets of gravel and a bunch of little kids to a bunch of men in suits of armor to a bunch of slot machines to a bunch of bags of coins, suddenly you got a heavy boat.
Don't forget I know it don't weigh nothing, but it's important to bring up all the Bible pages too. And I know that doesn't weigh anything, but it's just that you need that's part of the process. You should bring it up.
What is the weight of a man's soul?
Hey, there you go. Yep.
So the boat's at the bottom it actually turns out that there's a sinkhole at the bottom of Todd's Lake too. So that's how the boat got all the way down. So it's kind of half in the sinkhole. All the water's drained out. Todd's Lake number 2. The boat's down there. Everything got ruined for all the water. Everything's waterlogged, but now all the water's gone. It's just a sucking mud pit that ends in a sinkhole and half a boat.
If the whole thing's drained?
The whole thing's drained now.
Well, that should put an end to all the rumors. Remember this for years ago, Todd's Lake 2, the dragon eel. Some people said it looked like a dragon. Some people said it looked like an eel swimming in there. And, people said stories and whatnot to scare little kids and whatnot, but if there ain't nothing down there, then that was a bunch of bull hockey to begin with.
What if he got sucked down in a sinkhole?
Well, I don't know if I ain't saying it's there. I just people got a blurred picture of it, put it up in there, and then, it's a dragon, it's an eel.
What if it's down there hindering the recovery efforts?
I ain't saying it's there. I'm just saying that people talk about it for so long, and then if there ain't no water and you don't see it, they're gasping for water breath.
Murky Shellback's down there trying to haul it out of there with his boat chain. What if that eel dragon comes up out of there? What if that sinkhole is a portal to other dimensions with other eel dragons? And they've all got together in a gang.
I can't. Don't start.
What if they eat Murky Shellback?
No.
What if next week we get on here and we found out that they ate Shirley and Shadow and the rest of we'll probably have something new next week. I'll be honest.